double T. Pulling niggas on the MIC. To rap about the B, the I, the T, the C, the H, the E, the S. I take a minute, skirt away.
One Love Battle, BC Powder, baby. Yeah, but Battle Cat is the first cat that really came along and hit me with some good tracks. I mean, some tracks that really opened up my imagination and made me want to create the songs that I ended up creating, like the Make a Bitch and HOE HOPPER and I Do It At Will. You know what I mean? Be On Your Way. Those are all Battle Cat productions. You know what I mean? He didn't get his credit on the album because the punk-ass investor that I had at the time, you know, he wanted to be the man. He wanted to be Dr.Dre, so he took producer credit and all that kind of stuff. But we know the real. Battle Cat, BC Powder, my nigga Battle. Nigga, he produced half of my album. My nigga DJ Speed produced the other half from NWA. You know what I mean? But you know, it's all about who holding the checks back then. You know what I mean? They can put whatever they want to put on the paperwork. So we went and worked on the album, man. Got in the studio, did 6-7 songs with Battle Cat. Did 6-7 more, 8-9, about 9 more with Speed. And there we had it. We had to Do It At Will LP. We did all of this without a major at that time. Had the investor just paying for studio time and we just go in there and create. So at that time, I had created some good songs. And you know, my name was ringing around the industry, so I started getting offers and meetings and with top artists, so people who I was already in bed with in the business, like the Dr. Dre's and the Eazy's. I went and performed live for Dr. Dre, you know, early 1991, about 1992, mid 1992, somewhere in there. Performed my song HOE HOPPER, Just Another Day in Compton, Make a Bitch, you know, all of my cool little songs I had back then. He loved all that shit, but he particularly took a liking to HOE HOPPER. And he liked my performance. He told me some key things about working on my delivery back then and all that, the things that rappers need to hear when they first start, you know. A couple days later after that performance, I get a call from Dre telling me to come to the studio. You know, they want to talk about a deal. So we go down to the studio. I go meet with Suge. Suge hit me with a contract in my face, tell me, you know, we want you to come sign to Death Row. You know, this was before Death Row was even major established. They were still in the Solar Tower. There was no Nate Dogg. There was no, there was Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was just coming around. There was Rage. There was Jewel, the singer. You know what I mean? And that was about it. That 4-man crew, really, and Warren G. Of course, because, you know, he was Dre's brother, so he was around. I went to school with Snoop Dogg and Warren G since we was kids. We went to high school together and all of that, so we've been knowing each other for years. So it kind of fit for me to be over there in the first place. Plus, I rocked with Dre and them when they was around the neighborhood. So I wanted to do the deal. They offered me a contract of $5,000 because at the time they wanted to buy HOE HOPPER. HOE HOPPER was probably going to be Dre's first single from the original Chronic. My folks, the investor I happened to be involved with, had more unrealistic aspirations for his own future. So, you know, he looked at the things that these guys were trying to do with me as his stepping stone to becoming one of these guys. He wanted to be the Dr. Dre. He wanted to be the Suge. So with him wanting to be that, he couldn't see clear. So he didn't want to do no deals with none of the majors where he knew they would take me and blow me to the next level because he wanted to feel like he did it. Which he didn't know hide nor hair about production, about even putting out an artist, about nothing. He was just a D-boy. A D-boy real estate cat, and I ain't gonna even give his name because I ain't even gonna give him that much credit. You know, I ain't got no problems with him now and none of that shit. Any losses I took and all that, I leave that up to God to deal with folks. But at the same time, you know, he didn't know the business, so he might have made some moves with me that set into motion some things that you know, to where I could have been, you know, who knows where I would be right now with my career had I had took those deals. Had I took the Death Row deal, he also turned down a deal with Ruthless. I went and met with Eazy. Eazy called me into his office one day, sat me down, talked to me for about an hour, then sent me in Jerry Heller's office to cut a check and do a deal. which I was with all of it. You know, I'm gonna state this out there. I was with all of it. I could have been signed to Ruthless, or I could have been signed to Death Row, and a couple of other labels. Priority was on the hunt for me, a couple cats. But I was a loyal cat. So even though I wanted to sign to the Death Row, you know what I mean? Dre was my boy. You know what I mean? Me and Snoop went to school. Me and Snoop Warren G went to school. All of that just fit. I couldn't, you know, run out on the situation that I was in and backstab homie and go in and go sign. You know, so I followed the team. Let's go in and do this album, man. If you don't want us to do it here, then let's go in and do this album. So to make a long story short, instead of us doing a deal with any of them cats, Dre did end up doing HOE HOPPER. He did a version of it. He called me in and let me hear it off the funky piano. The version that's all over the net right now, Dre and Snoop. I was the first cat came around doing sing rap. Don't let nobody tell you no bullshit. Att Will was the first cat came around giving those singing hooks and the whole nine. I brought that flavor over there. You know, they might not admit it to this day. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks was a byproduct of HOE HOPPER. Cause when I didn't give them HOE HOPPER, they made bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You know what I mean? With the singing hook, with the whole nine. But that came, I know for a fact, from my concept of singing hooks, you know, with gangster rap.
So you can call me the hell, but here's the name I go by when I'm rolling around the HOE HOPPER. Hop on in, bitch!